Hi, how's it going, guys? We're here talking to Penn State football. Harrison Wallace, three-star receiver, formerly committed to Duke, is now flipped to Penn State. He's from the state of Alabama. It's a place where Penn State normally doesn't get recruits. Typically, that's where Alabama, Auburn, a lot of those southern schools recruit, and we normally don't get too many of the better prospects. And he's a three-star. He's not like a blue chip recruit, but he's quickly rising from what I hear. He's a four-star on 24/7 site and been on the composite rankings, which um, takes all of the rankings and puts them into one ranking. And so, yeah, I think that this guy has some potential. I think he definitely has a look of a really good player. We'll just have to see how he pans out in his future. I'm excited because this class is now, I think, a top 20 class in the country now, which is overall actually good when you think about it. I think we're fourth in the Big Ten. Um, so yeah, it's pretty solid, and considering that we haven't gotten uh, as many guys as maybe we have in the past, it's really not that bad. Last year wasn't that great of a class either when you think about it. We finished, I think, 14th or 15th, but we also had, I think, 27 commits. This year we'll probably finish maybe with about 15, 16, something around there. And it'll still be top 20, top 25 maybe. So, you can't really look at it and say, okay, our class ranking's not going to be that good. Obviously we missed out on a few guys we wanted to get, Derek Davis and Nolan Rucci specifically, but that's what those are the guys you have to get if you want to compete for the playoff and national title, and they didn't get them. But it's not that bad. They've done well with uh not great classes before. I mean, back in 2016 and 17 when we had really good years, um, it's not like we had elite classes. Barkley wasn't even a five-star. I don't even think he was in the top 100. McSorley was a three-star who only was wanted as a quarterback by James Franklin. So hopefully, uh, these guys that maybe not even ranked that high can maybe pan out and be better in what they're supposed to be. The 2022 class looks a whole lot better um, than this year's class right now. It's ranked third in the country, and there's still some guys left on the board for Penn State to get, and I think that they can probably hold the top five spot or about top 10 spot depending on how what recruits they get. But yeah, I think that they can have a really good recruiting surge and for the 2022 class and the 2021 class. They're kind of finishing out well, I think. Um, I just wish they were able to get some of the top guys that they could have gotten. Then this class would be a lot better. But it is what it is, and it's up to the coaches now. I mean, recruiting isn't everything. I think that's been shown this season. Um, we've recruited well, and we've lost teams that have recruited a whole lot worse than we have. And that's just something that we're gonna have to kind of reverse if we're gonna go up against Ohio State, who has a lot better class than we do this year. We're gonna have to try and figure out a way to either make the players that we do have be better, or we're gonna have to outcoach Ohio State, and that's gonna be tough. But it's gonna be one of those things when you look at it, um, that when you look at the whole scope of the Big Ten, that recruiting matters, but at least this year in 2020, I think it's shown to not matter as much because Michigan and Penn State recruited a lot better than Maryland or even Michigan State, and Michigan State beat Michigan, Maryland beat Penn State, and Indiana. It's not like they've recruited on elite level either, and they beat Penn State and Michigan, and they look pretty good. So it's recruiting isn't everything, but I think that recruiting definitely does matter, and I think that you'll see Penn State hopefully be fine in the next few years. So I think recruiting wise, they've done a decent job, even with losing guys that they could have gotten to make their classes a lot better. All right, well, thank you guys. Tune in tomorrow against Michigan State now noon. Um, Looking forward to that one. We are Penn State.